Are you stuck in limbo inside your disconnected marriage? Hey there, I'm Sharon Pope. I help women who are struggling in their marriages get the confidence and clarity they need to either fix the struggles in their marriage so that the marriage can evolve to a new place or move forward without regret. If you like what you hear, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel.
People decide to get married, it means they've chosen each other to spend the rest of their life together. But then, several years into the marriage, what started out as two people being inseparable now becomes incompatible. My name is Sharon Pope. I am a master life coach and a 7-time best-selling author on love and relationships. I help women who are struggling in their lonely and disconnected marriages get the confidence and clarity they need to either fix the struggles in their marriage or lovingly release it without regret. You can go to clarityformymarriage.com to explore if there's a fit for you and I to work together today.
So a lot of women find their way to my work because they feel like they're stuck in limbo in their marriages. They don't know whether they can stay and make the relationship feel any better, and they don't know how to navigate divorce either. So that's one version of being stuck. But other times, there's this place of feeling really stuck where you know intellectually what the right answer is, but for whatever reason, you can't move through those barriers or obstacles that are being presented to you to navigate that answer. So I was getting ready to get on a coaching call recently, and I knew that the woman who I would be coaching had been cheated on by her husband 5 different times. Now that's the times that she was aware of. And frankly, when there's that much smoke, there's probably more fires that she just wasn't aware of. And the divorce papers were signed by him at her request. Now, he, at this point, did not want the marriage to end, but for some reason, those papers sat there on the kitchen table for more than 2 weeks. And she very much wanted to understand, why was she so hesitant to sign the divorce papers that she had asked for? And what it ultimately came down to is that she didn't trust herself, right? She didn't trust that her instincts were correct or that they would serve her well, because frankly, those instincts had let her down many times over the course of the last several years inside that relationship. She didn't trust that she could truly be happier on the other side of divorce and potentially in a different relationship, because right now all she was experiencing was his sadness and his grief. He was very apologetic for the ways that he had hurt her. And she had done some things in her life that other people would look at and be in awe about. Like, she ran a very successful business, which is incredibly difficult to do, considering like only 1 in 5 businesses makes it past 5 years. So she didn't trust that what she wanted was truly possible. And so my work there was really to remind her of who she is, who she was. And that is that she was an incredibly bright light. Like, even everything that she had been through, like, she had experienced more heartbreak than I probably ever have in my whole life. And inside this one relationship, it still had not dimmed her light. I reminded her of how much love she really did have to give. She just needed to give it to someone who knew what to do with it, and who knew how to respect that love and that gift, and how to return it in the process. And lastly, I also needed to remind her of the very realistic experience that if she didn't sign those papers, she knew what the rest of her life would look like. It would look very similar to the last 10 years of her life. Her next 10 years will look very much like the last 10 years. Because there wasn't, even though he was apologetic and he was sorry, he had said that many times before. And so there was nothing new to give her any new information to say that he had changed, and the next time he's tempted that he wouldn't follow through on that. So she knew that if she didn't take action now, what the rest, or at least the majority of the rest of her life, would ultimately look like. And it just so happened that on this day, and honestly, it's not like I sit around the house and read poetry all the time, but I happened to pick up this book of poetry that's been in my house for years on that day. And I just flipped it open and I turned to a page and I thought, oh, there's something here for this client. And so I'm going to read this poem to you. It's written by Says Christensen, and the book is called Healing Her. So I'm going to read this to you real quick. What I fear most is the half-dead life, the neither this nor that life, the in-between down the crack life, the one I can't decide whether I should or shouldn't life, because a limbo life is a half-dead life and seems to always be a lingering in the creases life. It is a waiting in the sideline life, a never gets to play life, because I'm always hesitating and delaying and waiting for the exact right moment to fully live again life. Look, we all get to choose. And if you have been choosing to remain stuck in limbo, even when you might know what your answer is, I want you to remind yourself, you have a choice. You can continue to live a half-dead life, or you can live fully alive and trusting yourself. It's just choices. If you need help navigating those choices, working through those options, then I want you to go to clarityformymarriage.com. There you will be able to find out a little bit of what it looks like to work with me. But if you like what you heard, I hope you'll at least subscribe to this channel. And if you'd like to be notified every time we post a new video, because I create new videos every week, then just click the icon in the upper left corner at the end of this video. Until next time, take good care.